So for this presentation, we did The Battle Belongs by Phil Wickham. This is a brief overview of the lyrics, and here's a brief summary. Basically, this song is about how even when all we can see are the trials before us, God ultimately sees the big picture and He's in control, and that we must learn to trust in Him and not worry about the future because He holds it all in His hands. So for verse 1, Phil Wickham begins the song with imagery about a battle referring to the trials that Christians endure. Wickham continues in line 2. His language here is pointing to how God is beyond a Christian's present circumstances, and He already sees the other side. In both line 3 and 4 show similarity and are likely an allusion to Psalms 23:4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for Thou art with me. Thy rod and Thy staff, they comfort me."
Throughout the song, Phil is talking about the fact that even when we see the negative side of things and all hope feels lost, the Lord is still looking out for us. It's easy for us to only focus on the bad and forget all the things that the Lord has done for us. But the song is a reminder that even through those battles, we will still praise the Lord. And I inserted a Bible verse, Isaiah 41:10, that says, "Do not fear, for I am with you." This is also just a reminder that through everything that we go through, the Lord is there to care for us.
In the verse 2 analysis of Battle Belongs by Paul Wickham, it clearly indicates the singer's belief in God's power and his different outlook on life. This feeling is very similar to the one expressed in Romans 8:31. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? Because with God on one side, no adversities can win. One side sees the ashes, while the other side sees the beauty, and that is what makes God so great. He is the ultimate source of all hope. Besides, the phrase, the cross and the empty tomb, also denote a much deeper meaning, that of surrender and resurrection, meaning that of being saved. Here we have an example of a poetic device imagery, which is evident using powerful word opposites that draw pictures of devastation and beauty, which mostly maps out the main essence of having hope in God.
The bridge of this song talks about how God is our stronghold and He protects us by going before us. The bridge continues by saying that there is no entity that can defeat God. The lyrics also mention that even in darkness, God's light shines through. To end, the bridge reiterates that God will forever reign undefeated. I added this picture of a fortress to represent God's strength and fortitude. This song reminds me that God knows the battles I face, and if I am willing to give my battles to Him through prayer, He will take them from me and give me peace.
This song is a comfort to me in that it reminds me that while it is easy for me to focus on the conflict in front of me, God can see how it ends, and I must trust Him when life becomes difficult.
Phil Wickham's Battle Belongs speaks to me as it encourages surrendering my problems to God and being comforted by the idea that I'm never alone in my struggles. The song's idea of hope and faith also brings determination that strength will arise when needed the most.